Right now at 6, Patty Lett from White Rock Elementary beats out 480 nominations for a major teaching award, the McDonald County Kindergartner Teacher's Honor.
And we've got some showers out there, cloud cover rotating back through, and it is breezy. We'll go take a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, the Missouri cattle farmers feel anxiety over potential plans from beef from Argentina.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KWM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Samantha Walker.
I'm Chris Warner. It is Wednesday, October 29th. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the work week, ladies and gentlemen. Halfway.
That's it. That feels weird to say. It feels weird to be halfway through. It feels weird to be 2 days from Halloween.
Oh my gosh,
almost.
it just now hit me too. It's like the last week of October, and I feel like we just got done with September. Time is flying. We're getting closer to the end of this year faster than what you might think. So hopefully you're ready for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, because all of that is going to be here before you know it. Yeah. So make sure you are prepared, and hopefully you have a warm costume for Halloween. It's going to be a bit on the cool side, well, chilly side. Depends on what your tolerance of cold is too, I guess. I don't like the cold, so
you're
going to
want to have a jacket of some sort.
You're going to want to be bundled up. You kind of need to be that way this morning as well, because it's a bit cold, but more so it's the wind. Oh, wind chills, my favorite thing to talk about, and I'm sure it's your favorite thing to hear about as well. But first, let's start with a live look from downtown Pittsburgh. And there it is. And you can see, well, there's water on the roadway. And one of the main reasons for that is because it rained yesterday, it rained last night, and we have some showers this morning. In fact, see? Some of that's the wind, some of that's some rain shower activity. Not a lot out there, not like what we saw yesterday. Our camera 7th and range line, and you can see the water, there goes a little drop right there. You can still see some of them here in the camera. There's another one that landed behind me because we got some drizzle and light showers. MoDOT camera, I-44 Main Street or exit 6, looking back roughly to the south from that point. And again, it's wet. You got to be cautious too. We talked about, we've got these crashes that happened yesterday, and a lot of them started right when that really heavy rain, gusty wind picked up. You've got to be careful out there. These wet roadways, you don't want to mess with them. Just because it's not ice or snow doesn't mean they're not slippery for sure. Future Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us light showers along and now east really of 69, some heavier rain around the Springfield-Branson area. That's about it, but all of this rotating around, so we'll get a few more showers pushing through as we head through the morning hours for at least some of us. The further west you are, the less range, lower your rain chance is. And wind advisories. Now again, 5 weather service offices cover our region, but the latest of these go through 1 o'clock because it will be breezy, well, through at least 1. Now, we'll still have some gusty winds after that. It's just the stronger wind gusts will continue into the early afternoon there. Future track showing, again, how quickly the last of these showers are out of here. I mean, we could have a sprinkle or two through 2 o'clock, but even then, I think that's pushing pretty late. We should be done near the lunch hour, and we'll start to see skies gradually clear late this evening and overnight. Quick look at those temperatures for you this morning. Somewhat seasonable, believe it or not. These temperatures are not that far from normal. We've got mid-upper 40s. We got Newata, Veneta here, both at 50 as the warm spots. And we got a couple of cool spots, Monette, Cassville, 41. But then you throw in the wind, and that's where it gets a little more uncomfortable. Even in Veneta and Newata, where they're at 50, look at those wind chills, low 40s out there. We've got some mid-30s, and then Monette, Cassville, the cool spots this morning. Look at that, your wind chill in Monette below freezing. I know it's only 1 degree, but it's below freezing. Feels like 31, 33 in Cassville. So you'll want that jacket as you're heading to work. The kids definitely want a coat as they head to school. They're probably still going to want it when they come home, too. We're going to go about 45 out the door, breezy. A few rain showers, some rain showers winding down by lunch and recess, 47, 50, and dry as they head home. Our temperatures, as you can see, do not move much, eventually with highs about 50. Like I said, these north winds gusting 40, 45 miles an hour, but once we get later into the afternoon, still breezy, but not as breezy. North winds gusting maybe 20, 25. And those winds will begin to diminish overnight tonight. We'll talk more about the forecast when some warm weather might return, and of course how Halloween is looking here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. A teen driver dies from injuries he received in a crash last week in Neosho. The driver, 19-year-old Xander Cupp of Orinoco, Missouri, was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries following the October 20th crash. Authorities say Cupp was pronounced dead on Sunday. The crash took place last Monday morning. Authorities reported a collision between a tractor-trailer and a car just east of Missouri 59 and US 60. First responders had to extract Cup from the wreckage. The semi-driver was not injured. Heavy rains may have played a role during 3 crashes in Joplin yesterday. All 3 crashes happened on West 20th Street just after 4:30 on Tuesday. The crashes took place during a period of about 30 minutes during the heavy rains and low visibility. While the first 2 crashes involved no serious injuries, a pickup did leave the road and a vehicle hit a pole. The third, a head-on crash, which involved a pickup and a car, resulted in serious injuries. 3 people were taken to the hospital. Details on the crashes will be on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Authorities in Kansas respond to a fatal crash. The crash happened on US 75 southwest of Independence. On scene, authorities found a rollover crash with the car on fire. Initial investigation shows the car left the road, overturned, and struck a culvert. The person in the car has been identified as 21-year-old Heath Ellis of Caney. Montgomery County Sheriff's Office says they will continue the investigation. American beef farmers expressed concerns over President Trump's plan to import more beef from Argentina to lower consumer prices. The proposal comes as beef cattle ranchers face financial pressure and beef prices have increased 44% over the past decade, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Missouri farmer Jeff Jones has operated his Angus farm for more than 50 years.
We are hoping that we can keep these farms in the family name and be able to help the future have opportunities instead of issues.
Republican lawmakers, including Missouri Representative Mark Alford, opposed the import plan. Jones says American farmers need better labeling to compete with foreign beef and wants consumers to know the origin of their meat. He believes fair market conditions are necessary to help keep family farms operating for future generations. A group of federal lawmakers from Kansas say they're refusing their pay until the federal government shutdown has ended. The group of 5 Republicans and 1 Democrat say they will not receive paychecks until both Republicans and Democrats reach a deal. Sharice Davids, a Democrat from Northeast Kansas, says, quote, federal workers, active duty service members, and other Kansans will not receive their full paychecks this month. In solidarity, until Congress comes to a bipartisan resolution to this impasse and fully reopens the government, I wish for my pay to be deferred. Davids joins 5 other Kansas representatives, including U.S. Representatives Ron Estes, Tracy Mann, and Derek Schmidt, in addition to U.S. Senators Jerry Moran and Roger Marshall. Members of the U.S. House and Senate earn an annual salary of $174,000, or about $14,000 a month. We have a link to our full letter from Representative Davids on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A McDonald County kindergarten teacher receives recognition for her work in the classroom. Patty Lett from White Rock Elementary School wins the 2025 McDonald's Outstanding Educator Award. Lett was chosen from more than 80 nominations across the 4-state area. That's a look at this morning's top stories and weather. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Hurricane Melissa slams Jamaica as one of the strongest storms on record. The devastating 185-mile-per-hour winds and massive flooding. Plus, Emma Thompson and Ruth Wilson team up as amateur sleuth and private investigator. The Down Cemetery Road crime thriller streaming today. And wet and windy conditions in the 4 states. Chris has a look at your forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping World Watch, officials in Jamaica say there's extensive damage in parts of the island nation after Hurricane Melissa made landfall as a massive Category 5 Tuesday. The storm has been blamed for several deaths there and throughout the Caribbean. Melissa has since weakened slightly to a still powerful Category 4 storm with 130-mile-per-hour winds as it barrels across Jamaica and onto Cuba. CBS News' Jared Hill has more from New York.
New images show the extent of the devastation in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa, one of the strongest storms on record, slammed into the island on Tuesday.
Jamaica's gone through what I can call one of its worst periods.
Heavy storm surge left streets underwater, sustained winds up to 185 miles per hour, ripped off roofs, uprooted trees, and brought down power lines. Local officials say hundreds of thousands of people are without electricity.
Here is our home away from home.
American tourists Steve and Wendy Shirk hunkered down during the storm in a shelter at their resort in Ocho Rios.
The guests, they've been very cooperative. They've been very reassured. There's no panic.
It was peaceful in the shelter.
The storm being watched closely across the U.S., where the latest census shows more than 1 million people identify as Jamaican or Jamaican American.
I have my sisters, I have nephews, I have nieces in Kingston, Jamaica.
Texas restaurant owner Errol Biles has been working to get supplies to the island to help with the recovery.
I've partnered with a local nonprofit organization that is collecting canned foods, personal items, baby diapers, baby food.
Meanwhile, heavy rains and floods now batter Cuba, where thousands have already evacuated. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The National Hurricane Center expects the storm to also hit parts of the Bahamas later today before turning north through the Atlantic Ocean. Still to come, 2/3 of adults feel anxious about the state of the world, according to a new poll, the American Psychiatric Association's concerning findings. Plus, wet and windy conditions. Chris has a look at your Wednesday forecast. A 19th century play is reimagined while a group of men compete for the title of Mr. Christmas. Gwen Baumgarten has your Eye on Entertainment report.
It was exhausting. I still haven't recovered.
Emma Thompson and Ruth Wilson create a tired team of one amateur sleuth and one private investigator in the TV series Down Cemetery Road, a crime thriller with a bit of levity.
You're putting people in sort of very extreme situations that they would never be in usually. So, of course, it's quite funny because how do they react in those scenarios?
Down Cemetery Road streams today on Apple TV+. It's a competition show like no other. A battle to become the next Hallmark star has returned for a second season.
Merry Christmas.
The winner will go on to star in an upcoming holiday movie. Finding Mr. Christmas airs each Monday on the Hallmark Channel. More than a century after the play Hedda Gabler was first published, the title character returns in a new film portrayed by actress Tessa Thompson.
I think that she is a complicated character. I think one of the reasons that she's compelled audiences for as long as she has is I personally think that some of the things that she expresses are fundamental human things that we all experience.
The film Hedda follows the complex life of the female newlywed, feeling trapped by boredom and social expectations. Hedda is now available on Prime Video.
If I come back with a fish, I'm going to feel like Poseidon.
And tonight on Survivor, a major shakeup hits the game when two tribes turn to three and new tribe members size each other up. You can catch Survivor Wednesdays on CBS and stream anytime on Paramount+. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Certainly a lot of good options for a day that you may just want to stay inside and watch something. Well, this holiday season, families across the 4-state area face tough choices about putting food on the table. The federal shutdown cut food assistance funding, forcing many more people to local pantries. Our local pantries are working harder than ever to meet the growing needs of our neighbors. We're kicking off Feed 4 States early this year to help. Scan the QR code to donate. Your donation goes to a pantry near you. Families gathered at the Cardinal Event Center at Lebec Community College in Parsons for the annual Kids Fall Fest, enjoying free food, games, and candy. The highlight of the night was the costume contest, where kids up to 7 years old could take part. Last night's event brought a sense of community and fun, kids, students, and parents.
Being in a small town community, we need stuff like this to help grow our community and help kids in this community have something to do, and for them to be able to be involved and just to get them out.
First, second, and third place winners of the costume contest won a Walmart gift card and a picture with Chris the Cardinal. And now to Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Unfortunately, I am not a Cardinal, not nearly as cool as a Cardinal, but that's okay. Our weather is cool, if that counts for anything. A bit cold, actually, this morning. Gusty winds and wind chills in the 30s. We will eventually warm up, and our Halloween forecast not looking too bad. Talk about that, plus today's rain chances when the KOAM Morning News returns. Time now is 6:19. We'll be right back.
Right now at 5:30, the public will soon weigh in on a proposed annexation that could clear the way for a $500 million solar farm project in southeast Kansas.
And we've got some showers out there still pushing through. Cloudy skies, breezy and cold this morning. I'll look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, city officials break ground on a $10 million makeover for Joplin Park.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Plus, city officials. Good morning. It's early. I'm so sorry. Good morning.
Not nearly as early as you said, though.
No, it is 6:30. You know,
it is 6:30.
Time just gets away from me. I'm Samantha Walker. It's the KOAM Morning News.
I've had the coffee. I'm Chris Warner, fully caffeinated. A whole nother cup of Joe on the desk over there. It is Wednesday, October 29th. Happy Wednesday.
Time has just gone away from me. I don't know what time it is. I didn't realize we were this close to Halloween. Time just keeps on moving. They're not telling me.
Time keeps on ticking into the future.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so that's what it's doing. We're going to take a look into the future as well. We have some magical technology in our building. It's just called the weather computer, and it does cool things. One of the cool things it does is when it's in the right spot, which, I mean, it's at my mercy in this thing. If I don't do it just right, it can't show anything cool, but it's in the right spot now. See, everybody makes mistakes. We all have those moments, man. You folks at home, you probably, hopefully you didn't make up a cup of soda in your coffee machine. That wouldn't be good. But if you're starting the day off right, maybe it's just getting going. Let's get it going together, because if you go outside, you will certainly suddenly be awake, because it's cold, it's wet, it's windy. Let's start with that live look downtown Pittsburgh. And there it is. Got some folks out on the road this morning. Got some water out on the road this morning. Got some showers out there this morning. Also, of course, as I mentioned, it's windy. Our camera 7th and range line in Joplin. Also a bit on the wet side. We keep seeing those raindrops fall here and there. Not as much rain as what we saw yesterday, but still raining nonetheless. MoDOT camera, I-44 Main Street at exit 6. Looking back to the south, the road's very shiny, very wet, so do use caution out there. That's why we had so many of those crashes yesterday. When that rain really let loose, those roads got slick. You got to slow down. You got to be careful out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker, again, heavier rain, really long 65 between Springfield and Branson, so just east of us. And then we've got more showers pushing in right now, really along and east of the 69 corridor. All of this part of that system, it brought us all that rain yesterday. It's slowly trekking away from us, but as it rotates through, could still get some additional showers. Let's say from here to the east, could get some showers between here and about noon, 1 o'clock. We have wind advisories again through 1 o'clock, at least for the latest of these, because it's still going to be quite breezy out there. Future track. There's those wind arrows racing by. Here's the last of our showers, maybe some drizzle out there by the lunch hour. And like I said, by 1, 2 at the absolute latest, we should be done with the rain. We do have some clouds, though. They will continue. We won't really start to see any clearing until after sunset, going late tonight into tomorrow morning. As far as temperatures, they're seasonable for the most part. Nowata, Veneta, a little warmer at 50. And we got Monette, Cassville, we got a little cooler. We have 41 in Monette, 42 in Cassville. But for the most part, these temperatures are seasonable, but once you factor in that wind this morning, that's not so seasonal. We got some upper 30s, mid 30s even for wind chills this morning. Monette, you've improved. It was at 31 earlier. You've come up to 33, Cassville at 35. But again, still a bit of a cold start to the day. It's not chilly at this point. It's just downright cold. So kids heading out the door, you heading out the door, grab that coat. 45, some rain showers, still breezy. 47 by lunch and recess. 50 when those kids head home, but dry and not as windy. We'll have again the wind still gusting upwards of 40 to 45 through the time these advisories begin to expire. It'll still be breezy this evening, this afternoon and evening, still gusting up to 25, but thankfully not that breezy. Now, these temperatures, they don't really do a lot of moving today, much like yesterday. It's just now they're a little cooler. We're looking at highs right about 50. We do warm up a bit, so we'll take a look at that, plus your Halloween forecast here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. A land annexation where a solar farm will go awaits Crawford County approval, but first the public will get a chance to weigh in on the idea. Crawford County commissioners must vote on whether to approve the annexation of over 1,600 acres of land to the city of Mulberry. The city council recently voted in favor of the annexation, which would have paved the way for a $500 million solar project. The land lies just outside Mulberry, necessitating the county to review the resolution. The county has met, but before a decision is reached, they plan to hold a public hearing on November 13th. Shovels hit the ground yesterday as city leaders and community members celebrated the start of a new chapter for one of Joplin's historic parks. Ewart Park, a cornerstone of the Easttown neighborhood, is getting a nearly $10 million makeover. The renovation will bring big changes, including a new splash park, playground, and an ice skating rink in the winter months. Christmas came early in Joplin as Freeman Health System and city leaders unwrapped this year's parade theme, Then and Now. The parade kicks off December 2nd at 6 p.m. downtown. Having fun and keeping safe are high priorities on Halloween. KOAM's Ty Park spoke with the Newton County Sheriff about how parents can make sure their kids receive treats instead of tricks.
Having fun on Halloween night is important, but so is being safe.
There's a lot of different Halloween safety tips. Some are, try to go in a group if you can. That way you can kind of help watch out for each other. Try to go trick-or-treating during the day if possible. Want to try to hit homes that you're familiar with or neighborhoods you're familiar with, and try to stay away from areas that you maybe not be familiar with and don't know anybody that lives there.
Look at the neighborhood you are planning to trick-or-treat. Sex offenders are not required to mark their homes this year, but they are required to stay inside and keep their homes dark.
So some of the things when they're dressing up, try to not wear a mask that obscures your vision so you can make sure to see your surroundings. Try to wear reflective clothing, either a reflective bag or something that's on the costume itself that's reflective so other people can see you.
Parents and families are already making plans to stay safe this night.
Definitely be having glow sticks, and we're going to do pairs. We have a group of 6 kids coming with us, so we definitely stay in pairs and have glow sticks, and we stay alongside of them.
According to the Newton County Sheriff, poisoning or tampering with candy does happen, but it is very rare.
Eat candy that has been prepackaged, so don't take any homemade food or homemade candy because there's no way to check on that, and to make sure that the wrappers are still intact.
Trick-or-treating in Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
That's a look at our top news stories. Coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Coming up, foreclosure filings jump nationwide. Plus, ChatGPT users will soon be able to make purchases using PayPal, the OpenAI partnership launching next year. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. In Consumer Watch, if you're in the market for a new car, you should know 9 new models made the 2025 top safety picks from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. 6 vehicles have earned the Top Safety Pick Plus award. The winners include the Audi A5, Audi Q6 Sportback e-tron, BMW X3, Ford Explorer, Hyundai Ioniq 9, and Kia Sportage. To achieve this top ranking, vehicles must receive a good rating in crashworthiness and good or acceptable ratings in the headlight and pedestrian emergency braking tests.
2 of the vehicles, the BMW X3 and the Ford Explorer, improved their headlights, which is really encouraging this time of year as the time change occurs and it's darker at night. So we're really pushing for improved headlights.
The 6 new vehicles that did not earn safety awards struggled in the new moderate overlap frontal crash test. That test includes a rear occupant, and IIHS says in many cases there were issues with the seatbelt or risk of chest injury. To see this full rating, head to iihs.org/ratings. 25 states are suing the Trump administration over the threatened suspension of SNAP food assistance, slated to start on November 1st amid the federal government shutdown. The government said food aid would not go out after the Department of Agriculture declined to tap into billions in contingency funds, which the agency says are only meant to cover disaster situations, not regular benefits. The states allege a SNAP cutoff would be illegal and will cause, quote, deterioration of public health and well-being. Soon, ChatGPT users will be able to make purchases using PayPal. OpenAI and PayPal, which also owns Venmo, have announced a partnership that will allow the digital payment system to embed its digital wallet into the popular chatbot starting next year. The deal will give the ChatGPT users access to tens of millions of PayPal merchants. And billionaire Elon Musk has launched Grokpedia, a digital encyclopedia meant to rival Wikipedia. Musk's platform takes part of its name from the chatbot Grok, and he says its goal is the truth. Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales signaled he's not worried, while warning that his new rival uses AI models that are prone to, quote, massive errors. Wikipedia says it currently has over 7 million English articles, while Grokpedia says it has fewer than 900,000. Foreclosure rates continue to rise, up 20% in September from last year. Industry experts say while the numbers aren't historically alarming, they may signal broader trouble. Reporter Christian Benavidez reports from Florida, which has the highest foreclosure rates in the country.
This houses one of realtor Emily Odak's half-dozen foreclosure listings in South Florida, and more are in the pipeline.
We have properties that are behind the scenes that are about to become foreclosures, that are pre-foreclosures, that we are currently watching or may be in default.
Adam, a provider of nationwide property data, reported more than 35,000 foreclosure filings around the country in September.
When people aren't paying their mortgage per se, that indicates something broader in the market for us.
Foreclosure rates are up 20% compared to a year ago, and nowhere more so than Florida. Nevada also made the top 3. Both states were popular relocation areas during the pandemic.
What we don't know is if the folks that maybe were moving there for remote work during the COVID era are starting to see distress or not. But typically, it's older homes that are just going through traditional foreclosure processes.
The high cost of home insurance and rising HOA fees for condos are driving up prices for Florida homeowners, increasing the risk of foreclosures here.
Especially because of the Surfside tragedy. The city comes in, they check out the whole building for the past 30 years, what needed to be fixed, what needs to be fixed, and then they go and allocate special assessments to the homeowners, maybe a $1,500 extra a month.
Despite drawing some comparisons to the 2008 housing crash fueled by high-risk mortgages, real estate experts don't expect a repeat. Odak says it is still the right time to buy for somebody. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Coral Springs, Florida.
Employment rates also affect foreclosures, and there's less of a safety net now that pandemic-era foreclosure moratoriums and forbearance programs for struggling homeowners have ended. That's it for Consumer Watch, and now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've still got some breezy conditions. It's cold this morning. It is wet this morning. The rain will come to an end. The winds will eventually ease up, and we will dry out. We'll have a complete look at your forecast and birthdays and anniversaries right after this time now, 6:45. We'll be right back. All right, time now for some Wednesday birthdays in the 4 states. We're going to start in Oswego with Harvey P. celebrating birthday number 5. Says happy birthday with love from Mom, Dad, Joe, Reba, Bella, Savannah, Madison, Aunt Shelly, and Uncle Davis.
And Baylor Rush in Jasper, Missouri is celebrating birthday number 15. Happy birthday, Baylor.
And Dakota Eccles celebrating birthday number 15 as well. A very happy birthday to you.
And London Gentry in Monkey Island, Oklahoma is celebrating birthday number 17. Says happy birthday from Nana Margie, Papa Terry, Mom, and Dad.
And in Webb City, Colton Johnson celebrating birthday number 24. Very happy birthday to you, Colton.
And in Nevada, Missouri, Haley Pike is celebrating birthday number 29. Happy birthday, Haley.
And continuing our list in McCune, where Davis and Ashley Omi are celebrating their 19th wedding anniversary. A very happy anniversary to the Omis.
And in Crestline, Kansas, Judy Ganaway is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Judy.
All right, another great list of birthdays and anniversaries. And of course, if you would like to celebrate with us, and you know you absolutely do want to celebrate with us, Samantha has important information that you need to know.
Yeah, birthdays are our favorite part of the day, so we want to celebrate with you. Make sure to send those birthdays and anniversaries and celebrations to birthdays at KOAMnewsnow.com. It's that email that you can see on your screen, but you do want to make sure you pay attention to that deadline you can see at the bottom of your screen to make sure that we get it in plenty of time. Make sure to include any pictures and as well as specify the day of the birthday so we can celebrate at the right time as well.
Very important information there. I've got some important weather information for you. It's cold and it's windy and it's a bit on the damp side again this morning. We're seeing showers start to increase now, especially east of the 69 corridor into southwest Missouri. Again, nothing significant expected by any means, just some showers, some drizzle out there. Biggest thing we have as a concern really is the rain. Sorry, not the rain. See, man, I tell you, no matter how much coffee there is, it's never enough. Not the rain, the wind. And then just the wet roadways. High-profile vehicles have a hard enough time with these gusty winds. You throw in slick roadways, it's going to make it a little easier for the wind to have an impact on you, even in a smaller vehicle. I just got a little SUV, and on the way up here, man, those winds were cutting across, and it'll knock you for a loop. So just make sure you're prepared. So this system, again, rolling off to our east, but it is rotating back around, so you can see we're going to get those showers. They'll continue through at least noon. Maybe one or two at the absolute latest, but I think by noon we're done with most of this. Wind advisories, again, the latest of these continue through 1 o'clock this afternoon, and that's because our north wind's still gusting 40, 45 miles an hour. But as we head into the afternoon, still breezy, but those winds will ease up a bit for us as well, as does the rain. The only thing that doesn't ease up is the fact it's still going to be cold, and we're still going to have the clouds. So the rain goes away by 5, still some clouds, still breezy, but like I said, the winds ease up. They'll be gusting upwards of 20, 25. So still breezy, but not 40, 45 mile an hour wind gusts. As we go overnight, clouds will gradually decrease towards sunrise tomorrow. Winds will begin to decrease towards sunrise tomorrow. You see those wind arrows? They're not like flying by like they were yesterday, and for today, they're slowing down a bit, which will certainly be nice. As we head through our Thursday, a mix of mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures still below normal, but not bad. I mean, it'll be a little warmer than where we're going to be today. As we head into our Halloween, so during the daytime, Halloween looking pretty good. We're looking at maybe partly cloudy skies here and there. Temperatures still a wee bit warmer for our Friday, however, still kind of cool. And if you're trick-or-treating, now if you don't want to get sick or you don't want to have to put on a coat and cover up that really cool costume you've got, find some indoor trunk or treats. There's plenty of those that take place on Halloween. And if you would rather go out and brave the streets, you're probably going to need that jacket unless your costume's like super warm, because it's going to drop back into the low 40s, upper 30s as we get close to trick-or-treating time on our Friday. But we will be dry. That certainly is helpful. As we go through the morning, again, some scattered showers out there. Cloudy skies, breezy. Temperatures do not move much, but will eventually go from the mid-40s to the upper 40s by 11 a.m. Got another look at your forecast, plus your wake-up recap here in just a moment. And when we transition to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., Demi Lovato announces her first North American tour in 3 years. The It's Not That Deep tour kicking off April 8th in Charlotte. That story and a whole lot more at 7 a.m.
This is your wake-up recap for October 29th, your top stories to start your day. A teen driver has died from injuries sustained in a crash last Monday near Neosho. 19-year-old Xander Cupp of Orinoco was extracted from his car and hospitalized, but died Sunday. The crash involved a car and a tractor-trailer. The semi-driver was not hurt. Heavy rain and low visibility led to 3 crashes on West 20th Street in Joplin Tuesday afternoon. The third crash, a head-on collision, sent 3 people to the hospital with serious injuries. Full details are available on the KOAMnewsnow.com. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And as you head out the door, it is cold. We still have some wind chills into the 30s this morning. North winds gusting upwards of 40, 45. Eventually, as those wind advisories expire at 1, winds will ease up a bit. We're going to go near 50. Rain should wrap up by the lunch hour. Mostly cloudy skies. Winds still breezy, though, through the afternoon and evening, gusting upwards of 25 out of the north. Mostly cloudy skies will continue through the evening and overnight back into the upper 30s. And eventually, clouds and the wind will both start to wrap up for us towards sunrise Thursday. A little bit warmer, still below normal though, upper 50s. Halloween again looks great. We're dry, we're chilly, but we're dry. 60s for the high and upper 30s for our lows. Not a bad weekend, and warming up a bit next week with a few more rain chances toward the end of next week as well.
I know wearing the coats on Halloween was always one of my least favorite things, but I feel like you can like justify it by like, I'm gonna get candy, so it's worth it.
You're still getting the candy. I know it stinks to have to cover the costume with a coat, but you know, it's better to do that than get sick and not enjoy the candy at all.
Yeah, take the pictures indoors and then go out and get the haul. Well, thanks, Chris. Coming up today at noon, we're making cheddar drop biscuits in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. An historic storm continues to barrel through the Caribbean. Coming up on CBS Mornings, how Jamaica is faring one day after Hurricane Melissa made landfall as a Category 5 hurricane.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Special Olympics Kansas joins us to talk about their upcoming Sip, Shop, and Inclusion.
Plus, Carthage Area United Way joining us to talk about food insecurity and the resources available if SNAP benefits don't come through for November. However, it's going to wrap things up for us for now. We had so much fun doing this. We're going to be back right here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.